Well, obviously, looking at practice today, couple of line changes. Do you feel that sometimes it's necessary to have a big mix-up like that just to try and spark a little more from your group?
Yeah, I mean, making some changes sometimes helps for sure. At the end of the day, it's a coaching decision, and you just try to do your best. And if it feels that way, we're going to be a better team, and then you got to try to do your best. And we're all, I mean, for me, I'm trying just to play my game. We're obviously all good players in there, and I'll take any line mate that I can have, and just trying to play my game.
There's been a couple of games where Thomas Tatar has gone back to playing with you. What do you enjoy about that chemistry working with him? Because it seems like that really.
Yeah, I've been playing with Tuna a lot this year actually. So just like the way he competes, the way he's obviously a dangerous offensive player as well. The way he's really well aware of our D zone as well, and it's just. Yeah, he's not afraid to go to the dirty areas and dig out pucks, and that's what I like about him, and that's kind of what I want to do too. So,
how would you evaluate the first 3 games of this trip, and what kind of needs to happen in this last one tomorrow?
I mean, not all bad, not all good. Definitely, we're just kind of there, but. We're not at our top level of our game that we know we can play, and so there's still some stuff we got to clean up, but still some good stuff we did, and but we know coming in this year is an important game, and we're just trying to do it right now, whatever we can to be ready for tomorrow.
And how much does Lindy said looks like Jack will be in tomorrow? How much does that, it's obvious the answer, change the dynamic for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part of our offense. So, it's definitely, like you said, obvious answer. It's definitely everybody happy if he would be back, and he'll help us out a lot.
Dawson, obviously some changes coming up front, not only with just the addition of Jack coming back, but playing up there on that top line. You're a guy who's very versatile. What does it mean when you sort of get an assignment like that on Nico's wing?
Yeah, it's great, obviously. Nico's a great player to play with. He plays the game the right way. He's that complete 200-foot player, and he's a great guy that, you can read off him good and make some plays. And then Tuna's over there. I played with Tuna recently, and to have that line, I'm sure it's going to be good now the next game, and then having Jack back in the lineup, obviously he's a star player, and he's really going to give us a good boost.
How did you feel that something very funny over there? How did you feel as a group you guys handled the absence of a hole like Jack?
Yeah, obviously that happens. Every year guys go down, and there's guys that got to be able to step up for that. You got to be able to play your game and not change it too much with those guys out of the lineup, and obviously he's the big loss for us, but having him back is going to be great. But I felt like we stuck with it, kept our system, and we ended up getting some wins there with his absence, but having him back is obviously something that we're happy for.
Can you take me through that goal last night and just the effort there by Boki in front of the net?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, Sevi made a good play to me in the middle, and I was hoping to get Boki first, and Boki put it in, but then he stuck with it, and I ended up picking up that one off the pad and just made sure I put that up in the top of the net to get the goal and get us going.
How would you evaluate the way this road trip has gone for you? 1-1-1, not for you, but for the team in general?
Yeah, obviously, these last few games, some of these teams are big bodies, big teams, and you got to try to find ways to win. And we got that last one in Columbus, and took it extra time in Minnesota, and then last night, obviously, we know. But hopefully finish off strong. You want to make sure that you don't let what happened in the past there affect it all, and make sure that we bounce back and hopefully get this last win on the trip.
The news of sending Alexander back to Utica, did it feel like it was just a necessary time to allow him to get in some games?
He needs to go play. He needs to go play lots. He needs to get on the ice. He needs to have some fun playing, being parts of wins, being parts of losses. He's had too much time away from the game.
And how much, why was this the right time, or was it a matter of numbers?
Well, we're getting healthy. Numbers where they're at. It's an opportunity. We're looking at their schedule, the games he can play. So everything fit.
What was it like for him when you've had interactions with him in terms of his attitude and how things were?
His attitude is great. Obviously he probably wanted a little bit more out of the game he played, but I still think when you haven't played for that period of time, and the conversation we had leading into that was, are you going to feel comfortable with, what we need with being out that length of time? And, he felt he would be, but, when you don't play and you don't practice, you don't get a normal grind in practice, it makes it extremely tough on the kid.
Obviously today, looking at some of those forward lines, things are mixed up. What makes this the right time now to maybe spark a bit of offense for your group?
Well, it looks like we got Jack coming back in the lineup, so lines are going to change.
And how has he looked over the last couple of days?
He's looked great.
Thanks very much, Lindy.
You're welcome.